one. Okay, present. So this is my rough draft for OFO, Lime, and the implications of the bike sharing boom. All right. The case begins with the appearance of bicycle graveyards in China. They were seen in multiple large cities in China, basically just a result of a hyper-competitive race between bike-sharing companies to flood the markets. So, as you can see, there's thousands upon thousands of bikes stacked up in these graveyards. So after I saw these graveyards, I asked myself, one, how did this happen? Why did this happen? And it seemed like one company was at the epicenter of this, and that would be OFO. So obviously, from looking at this picture, we can see that the majority of the bikes within this graveyard are yellow. The yellow bikes in China are characteristic of OFO's brand. So what led to OFO's collapse and these bike graveyards? In short, competition in the Chinese market was extreme. In 2017, OFO had already reached unicorn status by being valued at over $2 billion and had expanded its business into 21 different countries with a user base of 200 million people within China. By the end of their third year, they had captured, alongside their main competitor Mobike, 90% of the market share in China. So even though they emerged from an oversaturated market as a market leader with a considerable percentage of the market share, they were still embroiled in a price war with Mobike, which caused them to operate at a loss. So while they operated at a loss, competing with Mobike for users, they were actually simultaneously expanding their business into different countries. So the issue with this is they were quite wasteful with their capital, and they burnt through all their cash and were unable to extract more funding on other rounds of investment. So despite having a great start in the Chinese startup world and reaching an over $2 billion valuation, they were brought to pretty much the brink of bankruptcy and had to pull away from all of their international markets and focus on priority markets within China. And now they are only operating within China. They were also hit with over 12 million user requests for deposit paybacks that they haven't been able to refund. So after looking at OFO, this Chinese company that through hyper competition and through really a lack of regulation in how they competed, I decided to look at sort of an American counterpart, which is Lime. So there are some definitely some notable differences between Lime and OFO, and one of them being that Lime is a significantly more diversified company. They don't only offer bikes, but they offer electric bikes and they offer electric scooters. They also reached a unicorn status and have received investment from large companies as well. OFO received investment from Alibaba, and Lime has received investment from Uber. Lime copied Uber's model of aggressive market penetration by going into cities where they did not have permission to operate in and just dropping capital, be it bikes or scooters. They have since changed this model because they've received multiple cease and desist letters from the cities that they were illegally operating in, and have taken a more collaborative approach to implementing their product. So there's a pretty stark distinction between the role that regulation played between Lime and OFO, because the lack of regulation helped OFO grow as rapidly as they did, but also sort of didn't save them from themselves. Whereas Lime started out aggressively and realized that because of the regulation in place, their best approach was to work in a collaborative approach with the government. So this is pretty much all I have for my rough draft. The sections that I'm going to implement are comparison sections, as in more detailed sections between Lime and OFO, and then I'd like to have a few slides on the lessons and the takeaways from the actual case study. I'm also, not going to look like this and have more prepared. But yeah, it's a rough draft. Overall concept, please let me know what you think. And thanks a lot. How does one even stop recording?